Hello! In this video, I am going to share with you 3 different ways to talk about frequency. Adverbs of frequency are words that tell us how often something happens. An adverb is a word that describes a verb. For example, the word fast. He runs fast. Fast describes the verb run. Another example is slowly, which is actually the opposite of fast. She speaks slowly. Slowly describes the word speak. Adverbs have that function in English. They describe how a verb happens. Adverbs of frequency describe how often something happens. And usually when you learn it, you learn that 100% of the time is always. 0% of the time is never. And about 50% of the time is the adverb sometimes. 3 different ways to talk about an action that happens less than sometimes, but more than never are every once in a while, every now and then, and from time to time. We use these phrases at the beginning and at the end of a sentence, but we never use them in the middle of a sentence. For example, every once in a while, we go to the movies. Or, we go to the movies every once in a while. Another way of saying every once in a while is simply once in a while. You can use both and they have the same meaning. Another phrase of frequency that also has the same meaning, somewhere between sometimes and never, is every now and then. Another way of saying every now and then is every now and again. So, for example, every now and again we go to the movies. Or we go to the movies every now and then. They have the same meaning. The last phrase that you can use to express an action that happens less than sometimes, but more than never, is from time to time. So, for example, from time to time, we go to the movies, or we go to the movies from time to time. All 3 of these phrases express the same frequency, which is less than 50% of the time, or sometimes, and more than 0% of the time, which is never. I hope you are better able to understand these phrases if you hear them used or see them used somewhere in English. And I really hope that you are able to use them when you are expressing yourself either in writing or in spoken conversation.